So, this is a good question. Um, and it actually goes back kind of a while. Obviously, when the movie The Santa Claus came out, like, that was like a big thing, like, ooh, that looks like fun. But that wasn't really the defining moment. The defining moment, it was a little bit, it was kind of a unique situation. So, around, like, when I was in 8th or ninth grade, I developed this weird habit where I would hug strangers at the high school football games, like adults that I had no idea who they were. I would just walk up to them and I would hug them, and then I would ask them for $1 so I could go buy some hot chocolate. That was entirely strange for me, by the way, because I was like an extreme introvert. I was very quiet. I like super huge social anxiety. So like the fact that I even did that doesn't really make sense. Like it still kind of actually confuses me to this day why I did that, but I did. So with the confidence that I gained hugging strangers, my friend and we were walking into the library, and as we were getting there, I saw this guy coming out of the library, and he looked like straight up like Santa Claus. Like, this guy looked like Santa Claus, and I was like, I'm gonna hug that guy. My friend was like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go hug him. Like, that is Santa Claus. I'm gonna go hug him. So I go up to hug this guy, and like I spread out my arms, and I'm walking up to him, and he just lets out like it was like perfect. I mean, it was like he knew exactly why I was gonna hug him, because he was just straight up like, ho ho ho, yeah, it's me, and he gives me this huge hug, and we get to talking, and he was Santa Claus. He was a professional Santa Claus. That was his job, and all year round he portrayed Santa Claus. He drove a red minivan. It had like snowflake decals on the side of it, and he was telling us like all this stuff. Like, he had been in commercials, he had done all this work, and it was like sometime that afternoon I was like, wow, I want to be Santa Claus. Like, that's a legitimate career path. That is something that you can do in life. So that was kind of like the defining moment. So I would say, probably around my freshman year in high school is when I was like, I'm gonna become Santa Claus. That was when it like really set in. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to become. That's what my goal is. So yeah.